Alright, what's up everybody? I'm going to be doing a radiator replacement on a 96 Acura Integra automatic 4-speed. You'll be needing channel locks, 10mm socket, and drain pan. First you want to take off your radiator cap, and next you want to take off this top hose and both this top radiator hose. Channel locks is good for this. Just take it off like so. It's going to be two 10mm bolts, one here and one here, and just simply disconnect it right down here. Once you have it disconnected, just put your radiator hose, your top radiator hose, to the side like so, and you should be able to just wiggle this thing out, the radiator fan, and there's your fan. Then you could just simply take off the next radiator fan. Well, this is actually your condenser fan for your AC. Just take off this bracket for the low pressure AC line, take off this 10mm and this. Then once you have your both your condenser fan and your radiator fan out, you want to flush the system, and you're gonna do that by taking off this drain plug. Take out all the coolant. Alright, I have a drain pan underneath there. Just simply take it out and let everything come out. Next thing I like doing, I like getting a bucket of water, filling it back up, and plugging up your, first plug up your drain plug back, and then fill it back. And then once you fill it up, make sure you turn your AC high and your heat is on high. So just let your car run with straight water for about 5 minutes with your AC high. And then once it's been on high, you basically got all your old coolant out of your heater core, because your heater core has old coolant in there circulated. So just turn it off, turn off engine, and then with the water that you just filled up, you want to take that back out. Now that's just straight water. Okay, so now all your old coolant, you could just bottle this up. And what I've done in the past, just take it to AutoZone, let them take care of it. You could even label it as coolant antifreeze, and just make sure this doesn't spill in your garden, grass, anywhere. It's toxic. Alright, next thing you want to do is take off both hoses, this hose and your lower radiator hose, and then you want to take off these two transmission cooler lines. One pumps hot transmission fluid out, this one sucks it back in. The radiator is half and half. Well, it's probably about 75-25. 25% is circulated coolant. I mean circulated fluid, transmission fluid, and 75% water. So they combined it. So take these two off, take this lower hose off, and take okay, once you take off the upper and lower and you take off these clamps right here, you're going to want to take off the radiator brackets, this one and this one. It's 10 millimeter. So now once they're off, your radiator will basically slide. And there you go. This is the old radiator. That was my problem area. Got all corroded and calcified because I was adding nothing but water, spraying water everywhere. Didn't want to waste coolant on a broken radiator if it was just gonna squirt out everywhere. Alright, next thing you want to do is line them up side by side. Make sure they're the same, first of all, mounting points, and make sure you got all your fittings for your transmission lines. And you have to cross over these little rubber mounts, grommets, to put over to that one. And basically just transfer everything over. Okay, there. So once you slide it in, make sure you have one prong goes into the grommet, and there's another grommet on this other side down there. And now you just want to put your lines back in. The left goes into the left and the right goes into the right. I put a sock right here to stop the fluid from leaking out, make a big mess. So you put those back in, and then you put these clips to hold it back in. You put your lower once everything's in, put in your other fan. Once the other fan is in, put back your brackets. Right there. And right there. Just fasten it. 2 bolts. Make sure they're snug. I just go by that spec. I don't really go by specified specs, just what feels good. Alright, next thing, put your top hose back in. Use channel right there. That's where it was at. Next thing, plug in both of your fans. Alright, next thing, oh, and don't forget to put in this bracket. It holds the low pressure line for your AC. You need to take this out in order to take everything out here. Just a little tip, when you take something out, what I do is I put the bolt back in just so I know where it's at, and the same goes for the bracket. Alright, next thing, you want to fill this up with water, And I usually just put about a half a jug of pure concentrate coolant. 50-50 is to top it off or to go in your reservoir, but in this case just put concentrate, half gallon, half jug to pure distilled. Put back your reservoir. Oh, and don't forget to tighten this. Put that back. And I have pure drinking water. This is straight from the machine. It's purified. And it's not tap. Tap water will leave water deposits. It would break down the antifreeze, and it'll get gummed up all inside the little veins of the radiator, your water pump, inside your engine. It'll just leave deposits, and just fill it up until it feels good. This is I'm gonna put about a gallon in here, and then run it, put in the coolant, and just top it off. I put 1.5 liter of pure water, and I'm gonna put 1.5 liter of straight concentrated coolant. And then once you have that in, just start up your car, let it circulate, and from there you could bleed the system. And the way you bleed it is there should be a little bleeder valve back here, or just burp it. Just wait until all the bubbles are out. You'll just simply start up the car, and until this stops bubbling, put your coolant in here, 50-50 in your reservoir, and you're done. That's how you change your radiator in a '96 Acura Integra.